Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday, August the... Time moving so fast, y'all. Not August. It feels like August the 2nd. But it's September 2nd, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I'm responding to some emails. And I also, an email I got from my man Jeffrey Robinson, that is. And it was showing me where, the people that are buying the electric vehicles, trying to save money on gas, not having to buy gas and whatever, and helping to drive down the price of oil and our dependence on foreign oil and whatnot. Trying to help save the environment. Tesla and what have you. Buying your electric vehicles and you're saving money on gas, right? But what does the government do? They're not trying to see you save no money and prosper and come up. As you save money on gas, they're proposing bills to tax you for having the electric vehicle for the money they're going to lose from you not buying gas. You're going to save money by not buying gas. So now you got to pay the gas tax. So the government is saying, hey, if they're not buying gas, we losing money. So we need to recoup this money that they call themselves being responsible and smart and wise, going to get these electric vehicles, trying to save money. No, not so fast, my friend. The government says the money you're going to save on gas, we're going to take it back on the tax. We're going to tax you for having an electric vehicle. So that money you're going to save on gas, you're not saving overall. So once again, there's the government interfering in our lives. Once again, there's the government making it hard for the people they're supposed to be serving. In all actuality, it's like we're, the people, are serving the government. The government is not serving us. The government is not trying to make our lives easier. It's like we're trying to make the government like it's its own entity. It don't work for we the people. We the people work for the government. So it seems. We were sold a false bill of goods. Ain't a man. And I was also receiving some emails. Big Ward, I feel where you're coming from. I just lost my job. Big Ward, I just lost my job. Big Ward, I just lost my job. Big Ward, they told me we losing our job next week. Big Ward, I just lost my job. This ain't the same person. These are different people. Big Ward, I just lost my job. Big Ward, I work for FedEx, they just laid us off. Big Ward, I just work for something, they just laid us off. Big Ward, so many people, I forgot the companies. Big Ward, they just raised my rent. I couldn't afford the old rent. They just raised my rent. So my question is this. To the powers that be, the government, to the powers that be, not Trump, not Biden, to the real powers that be. Now y'all gonna bring your little happy ass on here talking about that what you voted for. I don't discuss nothing with y'all. I don't discuss real life issues with you people. with you people, you know who you are, you people, that's still talking about that what you voted for. I don't discuss grown-up issues with y'all anymore. Because it's not what we voted for. The people that still believed in voting, like myself at one time, we were voting, whether you agree with who we voted for or not. You may have voted for Kamala and I voted who I voted for. But one thing I believe both of us were trying to do. We were voting hoping that the person we were voting for was going to actually do something to make the people's lives better. If you voted for Kamala, I believe that's what you were voting for. You thought she could make it better. If you voted for Trump, I don't think you would vote for him because you're a racist or a sellout black person. I believe you thought that he could make it better. And what I'm seeing now, we were both wrong. Kamala or Trump, we're both wrong. They ain't in control. So to the people that are really in control, what are we the people supposed to do? I've asked this question before, and I'm asking it again because I'm still receiving the same emails. So we still face the same problems. So I still got to ask you the same question again that I've asked before. What do you think we the people are supposed to do if we can't work? You think all of us are just going to bow down and go along with whatever you tell us to do? Is that what you're thinking? See, that's what they're thinking, y'all. See, they think that if they starve all of us out, they think that if they create conditions to where we can't work, even if we want to, that's what we used to doing. We work, provide for our family. That's what we've been doing for centuries. That's the way of the world. You work and provide for your family. So as they sit around plotting on how can we get the people to go along with whatever we say, and some brilliant person say, hey, why don't we create conditions where they can't work no more, they can't provide for their families. They're struggling and starving, and they're afraid, and they're worried, and they're stressed out. They're hungry, homeless, hopeless. Why don't we create those conditions? And I'm sure they will all crumble and get down on their knees and beg us for mercy. That's what some egghead, some elitists came up with. That's why what's happening is happening. Somebody designed this. This is a design. This is a program. This is not an accident. I said it over and over again. I'm going to have to keep saying it until you get it. This is not the president of the United States. I don't care who it is. That's what you voted for. If that's what you want to believe, knock yourself out. This is not the doing of any president, of any governor, of any mayor. It's not. So my question again, because I'm telling y'all, powers that be, it ain't gonna turn out how you thought. As a matter of fact, the majority of people are not gonna bow down. The majority of people are not gonna go away quietly. The majority of people will rebel. I know y'all don't believe that. You think we soft. We all a bunch of tree-hugging liberals. You see the liberals on TV, and you think the majority of Americans are those people. The AOCs of the world. The Jasmine Crockers of the world. You think the majority of Americans are those people because they're making the most noise right now. But we're not. We don't align with them people. I still believe the majority of Americans are fighters. And we're pissed off. The majority of Americans are struggling right now. And it's not because of lack of effort. It's not because we're not working hard. That's the problem. We're working like Hebrew slaves and still struggling. That's a big problem, sir, ma'am, or whatever you go by. That's a big problem that eventually you're going to have to face. And the outcome is not going to be what you thought it was going to be. What do you think the people are supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We can't work. Let me say that again. We can't work. Big boy, you ain't work right. Shut up. Shut up. Before I punch you through this phone. Shut up. Those who know, know. Yes, I go to work from here to the time, you know. I can't work a full week. I haven't worked a full week in years. With Big Boy, I hear you clown on here all the time, and I block you as I see you. I don't understand how a truck driver can't find work. I didn't ask you, what do you understand? I'm telling you what it is. Truck drivers out here can't find adequate work. I'm working, but it ain't enough to pay the bills. I have to have other stuff, just like everybody else, that I gotta do to make ends meet. I could give a rat's ass about what you don't understand about how a truck driver can't find work. Big boy, come move to Texas. Come move here, come. Shut up! Who you think you're talking to? It's people like you who the powers that be are depending on to be stupid. Because that's a stupid question or a statement, whatever it is. You don't understand how a trucker can't find work when the trucker done told you how he can't find work and why. I'm telling you why. It's a setup. It's a conspiracy. It's a plan. This is not normal. You're right. It's not normal for a truck driver, with all my experience and knowledge, it is not normal for a guy like me to be in my position. That's not normal. I've never experienced this in all of my years of driving. I've had years where I was bullshit, didn't want to work, was doing enough just to get by. Sorry. And I was still able to do good driving trucks. Here I am today, dedicated, loyal worker. Motivated. And I'm struggling, can't find work. Here's the deal. See if I can explain it any better. Of how a truck driver is struggling right now. I started out by telling y'all about the people that are losing their jobs, people that are being laid off, people that are struggling. You know, the regular, everyday, normal people. The non-truck driver. A trucker is the true gauge of how the economy is really doing. Not these numbers that they give you on these news reports and the government and the Dow Jones is up and up. That don't tell you how the economy is really doing. Truck drivers tell you how the economy is really doing. Truck drivers tell you if the American people are really up or down. So the reason truckers are struggling right now It's because the American people are struggling. If you're wondering why you don't understand how a truck driver can't find work, it's because the American people can't find work. If y'all can't find work, I can't find work. Because I depend on y'all to spend money so I will have goods and services to haul. See how that works? We're all intertwined. We can't be one without the other. I can't survive without y'all, and y'all can't survive without me. We are one. If you doing bad, I'm going to do bad. If I'm doing bad, you going to do bad. And when I'm doing bad, it's letting you know that everybody else is doing bad, even if you ain't doing bad right now. It's letting you know overall, we the people as a whole are doing bad. So again, what the fuck are the people supposed to do when they've done everything they're supposed to do? And it ain't enough. I was reading an article, well, a few articles, that stated mental health issues are on the rise. Depression is on the rise. Drug abuse is on the rise. Domestic violence is on the rise. Violent crimes overall is on the rise. All coinciding with the economy and times being tougher than they've been in decades. You think that's a coincidence? People are not going to be able to just go away silently. Everybody's not going to be able to just be okay with struggling. Some people will. Some people are like just grateful for whatever they got. But the majority of people, they ain't gonna be able to handle this. Crime is increasing for a reason. These are not just your normal everyday criminals that have been criminals all their lives. We have new criminals out here, new robbers, new thieves, and what have you. Here's how this works. As poverty increases, as the struggle increases, as more and more people lose their jobs, crime will increase. Drug abuse will increase. Violence will increase. Right here in my home state of Alabama. And it's going on around the country, and I want y'all to pay attention well. They announced that they're building more prisons in Alabama. And they're building more prisons around the nation. And they're building them quick because they know what's coming. Because they planned it. So I want y'all to keep that in mind as you're contemplating on how you're going to survive and what you're going to do to get by. No, they're building more prisons. And they're not just building them just to have something to do with tax dollars. They know what they're doing. They're building more prisons. Who do you think they're building them for? They know the economy is bad. They know it ain't gonna get no better. They know it's gonna get worse. They know time's gonna get harder. So they're building more prisons. Who do you think they're building them for? They ain't gonna be building it for me. Don't let them be building them for you. Because they're building these prisons for somebody. Those beds are going to be filled with somebody. Because they know the environment that they've created calls for a need for more prisons. Because you're going to have more people that are not normally criminals, that will have to break the law just to survive. Not for fun, not for Gucci purses, not for jewelry and fancy cars and clothes. No, they will be breaking the law just to survive. That's why they build all these prisons. Pay attention. What are we the people supposed to do? Is my question. In human nature, by design, to do whatever we have to do to survive. So y'all keep that in mind too. As y'all keep playing God, you're going to soon find out that you don't really have the power of God and you can't control the people like God can. What goes around, comes around. Get it, got it, good. Bye.